Hey guys, welcome back to ATM 10 to the Sky. So I've been having a blast playing this pack, and unfortunately I didn't record a lot of it. So we're gonna go ahead and start a new one together. But I wanted to show you guys what I had going on my current one. So I kind of have a metallurgic thing here, whatever, metallurgy. That's always fun. But the starting island is really cool here because it starts with this cool little island, and then I've started laying out a city, which is what we're definitely going to do when we play this pack. However, for right now, I was just kind of showing you guys what I had going on, my kind of thought process, right? And so this was gonna be a giant lake, and obviously a little beach for area for all the cool people. This was gonna turn into a parking lot, and then yeah, building, road, sidewalks, stuff like that. But the cool thing is, just like all the ATM packs, if I go here, boom, we have an elevator block. And so down here I have gotten a whole bunch of cool stuff done. And so to start off, you're wanting a bunch of cobblestone, and it gets turned into gravel. And when you sift that gravel, it'll go ahead and make a whole bunch of cool stuff. And so that is the main process of how we get materials in this pack. This is my gravel section, my sand section, my dust section, and then over here I have endstone, um, blackstone. No, I'm sorry, netherrack, and then this one's blackstone, and then deep slate. And basically, it's just a really kind of methodical pack in that sense, where you just kind of sift a whole bunch of different materials. I had gone through, and we have advanced AE, extended AE, all of the applied energistics mods. So I'd gone through and done a bunch of that. I have my quantum computer and my assembler matrix with all the different patterns in it, right? But anyway, I am very excited to play this pack with you guys and show you all of my little tips and tricks and stuff like that that I've done to kind of master and figure out how this pack works. I have not beaten it yet, and that is precisely why I decided that we should just go ahead and restart and kind of go with the New Year resolution of wanting to become a YouTuber and share my ideas and have fun with you guys. So, without further ado, let's get to it. And here we are in a brand new ATM 10 to the Sky world. This is where you spawn in, and I'm a little cheater, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab all this stuff. Come on, give me all this stuff, please. Thank you. We'll grab all the oak wood, all the dark oak wood. Alright, and I think that'll be enough. Let's grab these ones too. I don't know, looks like I left some on the ground over there. Alright, perfect. We'll grab these guys too. Please give it to me. Thank you. And we'll go ahead and grab these chests too, because why not? Oh, and if I remember right, if we go ahead and escape the confines, we can go ahead and find, yeah, free couple pieces of sugarcane to start us off on paper production, because paper is always a pain in the butt to find at the start of these packs. So anyway, with all that, we can go ahead and sneak back in here, and we can follow the instructions that we were supposed to do when we first went in here. But we're a little cheater pants, so, whatever. So we're going to do ahead and go /sky block GUI. And then I'll go ahead and start our team off. So we're going to create new team, name, team. So now we have a whole bunch of different templates that we can start off with. We have Simple Life, Witch Cottage, our normal default, Sanguine Sanctuary, Steve's Staycation, Piggy, Sky Factory, and we're going to go ahead and go with Steve's Staycation because that's the one that, as you saw at the beginning of this video, I did originally start with. And that's because we can easily get rid of the RV up there and put our own building up there and kind of easily transform the area, right? So we're going to go ahead and go Steve's Staycation. We'll go ahead and turn those on, even though this is a private single-player world, but that's okay. I'll go ahead and click Create. Boom, and we are in. Now, as you notice, the cool thing about this is we do have a little oven, little cooking area. Up here we have our bed, and then a little area right here, and then up front is our driver's seat, which this is a very big van. But that's not a big deal. So anyway, we'll go ahead and go out here, and here's our beautiful area. Got some pancakes, and we have a little down area, but not much. Not much to work with, but we will fix that very quickly. But anyway, first things first, we're going to go ahead and start using a auto clicker to grab stones off of the ground like this, right? And that's pretty slow. That's just me holding the right click button. I'm going to go ahead and use an auto clicker. I use OP Auto Clicker 3. But, if you have a macro or something like that, that'll work perfectly fine. But anyway, we'll go ahead and grab a whole bunch of these things up. And we can go ahead and pick them all up. Oh, clicker's still on. So now that we have all this stuff up here, right, what we can do is use Shift and K. I've changed it to Shift C just to make it a little bit easier on myself. And we can easily compress all of these pebbles into their respective blocks. And we'll go ahead and delete these. I don't really want the excess pebbles, but now you see we can turn them into our actual blocks, right? And that's just easier way to go ahead and go through stuff like that. And then we could go ahead and go 1, 2, 1, 1, and we'll throw some stuff like that. Boom, throw stones in there. We'll throw our wood in there, and we'll throw our flowers and growing stuff in there. And I guess we can separate our books, and we'll throw them up there. But anyway, really quickly, we'll go ahead and we'll grab up our cobblestone and some of our logs. And just like every ATM pack, we'll go ahead and make our crafting table first. Well, I guess that goes for any Minecraft world. But what makes it unique is we'll go ahead and make our crafting table on a stick. We'll open up our keybind slot, and boom, we'll put our crafting table on the stick right there. And I already have my keybind set, so we can just go ahead and open it up, and we'll always have a crafting table on us at any point in time. Alright, so we'll go ahead and make our furnace, like that. And then I want to throw my wood back in there. We'll be fine without it. Actually, that's a lie. Grab a little bit more wood. Make a bunch of sticks. And like that. And what we want to do is... Oh, whoops, it's like that. Sorry. Boom. And we want these stone hammers. And I'm going to make 9 of them. I know it seems excessive, right? But I'm going to throw them all directly back in, and we're going to make these compressed stone hammer. And what we can do with that is, if we get a compressed version of a block, like these cobblestone times 1s, which again, I used Shift-C on those again, but because I had it open with a 3x3, it compressed it into its 3x3 variant, instead of the 2x2 that I did when it's, into this. And the way that works is it's just because if I have it like this, the only available crafting quote-unquote table I have is this 2x2 versus the 3x3, right? Anyway, stone hammer, we'll go ahead and smush them down, and it'll automatically smush them down into gravel, and it'll stay compressed, which is a really nice feature that is in ATM 10 that was not in ATM 9. Anyway, with that, we can go ahead and we got our gravel, and we're gonna switch lanes real quick. We're gonna walk up to this tree. We're gonna start punching trees real quick because I want to get string. And I know this seems like a what? What do you mean string? You're taking out a tree. True. However, this is a sky block, and of course, just like every sky block, they do things a little bit weird. So I'm gonna collect up a little bit of saplings because I want to be able to, not mess myself up and, use up all my saplings, right? But we'll go ahead and actually we want to spread these out a little bit better. There we go. Yeah. And we'll do one more. And just like every skyblock too, we have the ability to rapid crouch or twerk, whichever way you want to call it. And we can go ahead and fast grow everything. So now that we have a bunch of little leaves, mainly I spread them out because I want the leaves from them. And what we're going to do is we're going to take these sticks, we're going to do that, and we're going to make some crooks. These crooks give us the ability to, when we take out leaves... Oh, we didn't get one there. Well, we can keep trying. Ah, there we go. So, we did that because we want these silkworms, right? And then, we have... Also, it gives us a bunch of oak saplings, which is awesome, and I forgot about that, which is why I was getting all worried. But, if we go ahead and get rid of these oak logs now, or these very sad trees, if you want to look at it that way. Man, I love Ultimine. Boom! There we go. Oh, that's gone. So anyway, now that we have those silkworms, place all this stuff 2 apart. 2, 2, 2, and 2. There we go. I'll go in the center. Get everything to grow. Oop. I'm swimming on the ground again. There we go. And what's really cool is perfect. The leaves are touching right there. So we can go ahead and grab these silkworms. We'll put one over here and one over there, I guess. And what those will do is you can see this one's kind of already turning gray, and you see at the top it's saying progress. And what it's doing is it's going to infest those leaves, and then when we break them with a crook, they'll give us string. And we need string because if we consult the logbook real quick, or the quest log, however way you want to put it, and we go over to starting out section, boom, right here, we're going to go ahead and do that. It'll infest our trees, we'll get our string, and we need our string for our mesh and sieves. And as I showed you before, the automatic ones at the start of the video are really cool, but unfortunately we got to start off doing it ourselves. So we'll go ahead and make some sieves, and yeah, we'll go ahead and make some sieves, get started. Well, our oaks are... Well, our leaves are transitioning, I guess is what I should say. Sorry. And grab our oak. And I want a bunch of planks. And I think I can get away with using the spruce slabs with this. No, they have to be oaks. How interesting. Okay, they're picky. It's 18, but I want 16 because it'll be a 4x4 by 4x4. It can be up to 25, however, I'm good. Also, we're gonna go ahead and boop boop. Boom, 16. And for now, we're just gonna go ahead and simply bury it right here. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Excuse me. And there we go. So now we have our little hole. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Boom. So now we got to worry about getting our string. I can already tell that our crook is going to break. So we're going to make 2 more. Are all these already good to go? It's kind of like an exponential rate thing, because the second it touches them, the next one, more touch them, more touch them. Alright, dope. Yeah, they're all done. So, we're gonna... Oh, ha! Shapeless. Go ahead and do that. Boom. Oh, I need to eat. And we ran out of crooks. Hook it up. Give me all the string. 1, 2. And we're going to go ahead and connect them all just because it makes it easier to mine with all to mine. Which is, if you're not familiar with the mod, it's when all this stuff highlights and I'm able to... Ooh, hold up. Yeah, there we go. But it's where it highlights all this stuff, and then I can hold shift and change the way it mines. But mainly we're just worried about shapeless, and it's basically a vein miner. Alright, so we got a little over 3 stacks of string, and we only need 16 of these. Yeah, that's 24, so we're already chilling, that's for sure. Alright, so we just need 16. Sweet. And we'll go ahead and put these guys down. So now that we have those, we'll go ahead and put all of our wood stuff back in here. Throw our dirt in there because we don't think we need that. I want the sticks in there. That's a little weird. We'll throw our tools up here. And then where did our gravel go? So yeah. So now that we have our gravel and our sifters, we're gonna go ahead and do this. And boom, we get our little pieces of ore. Now these little orange chunks are, I do not have 4 of any of them, but if I show you the recipe real quick, if you make 4, it makes the ore. Hey, that rhymed. That's cool. You get 4, it makes the ore. So we're gonna basically, I'm going to kind of sit here for a little bit, get a whole bunch of this stuff built up, and I'll come back to you in a second. Alright, I just kind of stood there for a minute with my auto clicker on, so let's see how much we did. Oh, we did good, that's for sure. Alright, is that all of them? And we'll go ahead and get rid of all the little extra pebbles. Dope. And then, so now, you see how we have all this cobblestone. Boom. 37. We can go ahead and make that into times 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then, yeah, we'll throw that one there too. And then for the rest of this stuff, we're just going to go ahead and throw in this chest because we don't really need it yet. We will keep the little ore chunks with us because we're about to get a bunch, but yeah. And then you can also vein mine or alta mine these guys. And then we'll just go back to this. Boom, 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 boom. And look at that. We got a whole bunch done with just a simple couple of clicks. Which is one of my favorite things about being able to compress them like this. It just makes it so fun. Or I guess more easy. Accessible? I don't know. You know what I mean. We'll grab up all this stuff. Ooh, I love that noise. Alright, we got 45 ore chunks. We'll compress that down to 11. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. We'll just go ahead and hit all these guys. Alright, and then, so I want to separate my ores. So we're going to put the ores right here, right? And then our ore chunks up here. And the cool thing about, so these meshes are a tiered system. And so the reason I like doing the 16 instead of the maximum 25 that you can do is it makes the math really easy when you need to upgrade them. You just need a stack of something. So I have 64 flint and, oop, dropped my stuff. But anyway, so like that, we'll throw those in there, we'll throw those in there, spread it, boom. Now we are at our flint level. And now we only get an... And then, so the next level will be iron, gold, diamond. And then it'll go to netherite with a template. But anyway. We'll put these guys back in there. And now we can go ahead and grab our iron really quick. And we'll grab 3 cobblestone. And we'll go ahead and make a quick cobblestone pickaxe. Sorry, stone pickaxe. That sounds so weird. Cobblestone pickaxe. Even though it's technically what it is, but you guys know what I mean. Stone pickaxe. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, blah, 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 blah. And give me all that. And then, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, there we go, 32. That's much nicer. So, we'll grab that coal that we got, throw that in there, and we're going to go ahead and smelt up the coal because, just like in my other series, we have the ability to use the ore hammer, and we're going to go ahead and turn that into iron dust and get double. Because, at least in the early game, it just makes sense, right? But in the meantime, while all this smelts up, it's not a bad time to continue grabbing our chunks. And what we're going to do as soon as possible is this set of cobblestone, we're going to continue compressing past the gravel. And when you hit the gravel with the compressed hammer again, it'll turn into sand. And then after you hit it with sand, it'll turn into dust. And dust is going to give us the next component that we're going to need, which is going to be bone meal. As well as we're going to have to make some barrels real quick too. But not a big deal, and nor is it an expensive craft. Alright, give me all this stuff. Delete, 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 delete. Also, if you just hover something with the delete key, it'll move it to that trash slot. Fun little things that we've learned over the years. And we'll go ahead and compress that, compress that. Alright, done. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and move those guys over this way. And compress the... Oh man, not uncompress, you silly goose. Wait, we were just talking about how you're not gonna do that. It's okay, I'm forgetful. So yeah, we'll compress that again. That's our sand, and we'll go ahead and place that right back down on the ground. And compress it one more time. And this, unfortunately, won't stay compressed. The dust will just kind of immediately poof into the world, so be careful if you're using a lot, right? Anyway, we're going to sift that up. Boom, boom, boom. Give me all the goodies. Preferably mainly bone meal. Always love some redstone as well, though. And then... Poop, running out of spots for all this stuff. Anyway, we'll go ahead and throw all that in there. So we want our bone meal. And the reason we want our bone meal is if we can consult this real quick. We're going to make some clay, and we're going to make some porcelain clay real quick. Which, to make the clay, we're going to need to make ourselves an oak barrel. And give me this stuff. Boom, we have a barrel. And then we're also going to make an oak crucible. Because we can't really pray for the rain. So, just in case we don't have the rainwater filling up our oak barrels, we're going to go ahead and make this guy. And what we do with this guy is, if I go grow a tree real quick, or two, and we grab our flint. We'll grab 2 flint. we'll grab 3 flint because I already know it's going to break instantly. And we're going to go ahead and make ourselves a flint shear. Put this guy here. Put this guy here. We'll do a little twerky dance. And perfect. Let's grab this. Boom. Give us these guys. Give us these guys. And look at that. 11 left. We didn't break it. How incredible is that? Alright, and then we just left click these guys in here. Or if you have a hopper or any sort of logistics system, you can do it that way as well. But this will go ahead and make ourselves some water. And with 4 leaves, it'll make us a bucket. And that's why, hopefully, our our copper is close to done. Now we go like this. 1, 2. It's almost done, so we'll go ahead and wait on that. But we will grab our raw iron, and we'll grab our sticks. 1, 2, 3 of these guys. 1, 2. Can you tell I got the pattern memorized? Boom, and we have 22. I'm going to go ahead and throw these guys right here. So. Cook, cook, cook. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. Cook, 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 cook. Boom. Give me the stuff. And then we're just going to wait until we get 3, because we're going to need a bucket. And so we got a little bit of iron. Boom. And then we'll make 2 buckets. Have this bucket. We'll throw this in here. And then the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to need some dust because I spaced it. So we'll go ahead and gather up a bunch of dust. We'll make that real quick. Alright, and then now that we have our dust, I will show you though that we can recompress it. And there are a couple cool reasons why we would do this. Because I know you're wondering, oh, well, why would you do that? Well, I'll tell you. Boom. That's why. Because I just made 81 blocks of clay with 1 bucket of water. And that makes it just so much easier. So awesome. So yeah, now we can go ahead and just boop, 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 and boom. We have all the clay we can need. And so now we're just going to go ahead and mix up this clay. Boom. Now we have 21. And we have a bunch of extra. But that's not too big a deal, right? So now we can go ahead and make the most important thing in this mod pack. These porcelain crucibles. And we need to smelt them first. And then we can also make some buckets. I know we've already made the iron buckets, which is obviously the way to go. But we're just going to do it so we can, clear some quests. Because for some reason, Why is clay still locked? Hey, because I've never touched a piece of dust. Well, that's easy to fix. Oh, it's because I never touched a piece of sand. Even crazier. Okay. We'll get some sand. That's pretty easy. Boom. And that should clear those quests. Boom, boom, boom. Dope. And then now if we touch clay, that'll clear that quest. And then, oh, touch the porcelain clay as well. Boom, boom. And we're going to make these campfires because we're going to cook with them. No, I'm just kidding. We're going to put these guys here, and then we're going to put the porcelain crucibles on top. And I need food desperately. Which, if I remember right, boom, boom, boom. Give me the stuff, give me the stuff. Oh, come on, I know one of these gives us steak. Oh, it's the first one. Thought you could kill me. Alright, so, yes, now that we have all this stuff, with this we can go ahead and use our cobblestone. Or I believe there's a couple of different stones that work. We're gonna grab our black stone for this. Nope, just kidding. Alright, we'll grab our cobblestone. I want to check if the other stone types work or not. Can I put basalt in it? No. Can I put granite in it? Yes, you can put granite in it. Can I put diorite in it? Yes, you can put diorite. And I know for sure you can put cobblestone. But anyway, you put these in, and they'll roast over these, and it'll turn into lava. And that's how we're going to go ahead and get our lava. And our water is right there, obviously, as you saw. And since this is right here, we'll otherwise just put the leaves right here, right? We'll keep 4. Boom. We'll go ahead and make a second bucket. And just because, you know, quest, right? Oh, wait, let's make sure we do it in order, right? Okay, so yes. Boom, we grab our thing of water. No, we can't, because I apparently never made a... The quests in this game are so weird in that way. They absolutely require you to do it a certain way. And if you don't do it, you are so in trouble and you do not complete the quest. Anyway, boom. So there we go. There we have that. Now we can get the lava too. This one's just going to take a long time. And there we go. Finally got our bucket of lava. So yeah, now that we have our bucket of lava and our bucket of water, what we can do is... I think I need one more piece of stone. I just messed myself up with that. You know, just tripping over myself. You know, stuff happens. But anyway, we're going to need to make this guy right here, the stone generator. And boom, we need a piece of glass. Which means, once again, I need to friggin' sturb and derb it. Okay, that's okay. Oh, I have enough to make 1 compressed block. So the unfortunate thing about going and making the compressed compressed stone hammer is the fact that it only works on compressed blocks. You can't use it on you can't use it on any of the normal blocks. Like if I tried to compress this sand with it, it would not work. It'll just do nothing. We'll go ahead and get our 1 piece of glass, and we can make our stone generator. Which is just so important. Oh, and it's raining, so as you can see, that filled up the oak crucible as well as the barrels. Anyway, boom, boom. We now have a stone block generator, and as you can see, we only have 1 porcelain bucket left over, and that's because whenever you use the lava, it'll always break it. Gimme, 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 gimme. Give me all of this stuff. This is all... that's not as good. I do love the crust rewards like this, though, because it's just so awesome that they're willing to go ahead and... Oh, look, yeah, there's a free compressed iron hammer from that one right there. And we can go ahead and get our second crucible from that quest reward, as well as this stuff from that. And now we're almost ready for the next chapter. Oh, I'm throwing stuff on the ground. Okay. Okay, there we go. Much nicer, much nicer. Oh, poop. Okay, so we now have the other 2 crucibles, but they also need their own flame source underneath it, so for now we're not going to mess with them. I just press P using the Plonk mod to just basically put them on the ground. Anyway, so in order to get this thing to work, we need to get a bucket of lava and a bucket of water. So ironically, you know, we need both, which is why I had the second one cooking in the background. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and grab you know what, it's temporary, so we'll just go ahead and grab our dust real quick, and we'll make ourselves a quick little like that, right? We'll put this guy here, that guy there, and as you can see, it's producing cobblestone. Now, the real trick. Yes, what is it? Sounded like friggin' Yoda. The real trick is we're gonna go ahead and make a drawer to go with it. So, we go ahead and make a chest. I'm gonna put the chest inside of a chest. Boom, it makes us a storage drawer. And this is one of my favorite mods, and it's functional storage, not storage drawers, but I kind of prefer these guys because the way you link them is very interesting, and it's not, they're wireless instead of having to have like the oak trim going around and connecting to it every time. But now that we have this, we have an infinite supply of cobblestone, so there's no need to be, you know, doing our pebbles anymore, right? We don't have to worry about these. And we can go ahead and throw them away. Unless, like, you know, you specifically wanted some of those items. But now that we have this, there's no more need for any of that. Which is awesome. And I think a perfect time to go ahead and stop this episode. So I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And I look forward to going and playing and beating this mod pack, as well as doing some crazy cool builds and making a awesome city in the sky. Anyway, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and have a good one.